I'm going to go out on the limb. I should ask Sue, but I'm going to say that I think our maintenance fees are like minimal, very minimal. I want to say like $110 a year. It's not that much, though. I don't even worry about it. I really don't. But anyway, this just goes to show you that just because somebody said that he heard from a guy that knew a guy that knew a guy that it's going to go up. And even when you see a report sometimes in a newspaper saying the average maintenance fee is going to go up 15%, 20%, whatever, that may or may not be true because each district has a board of supervisors. And I'm District 10. And they'll go over the budget, they'll go over stuff, and we may go up a little bit, or we may not. Well, this is a good example. CD6 has approved a $3.2 million budget with no increase. So, there you go. Villager's dog under home quarantine after biting a groomer at local clinic. Well, maybe the groomer heard it. You know, dogs have a reaction to things. They just instinctively will nip at you. Cold case solved. 25 years after Marion County woman went missing. Yeah, I read that. Real quick, the guy that they've suspected for 25 years knew about her death, or at least what happened. He's in jail now for 30 years for another murder. And I won't get into the details because it's kind of gruesome. But anyway, he's in jail for another murder. They've been talking to this guy for a while. He came right out and said he wants it in writing and done a certain way, saying that any information he gives them about her missing body, he wants to be totally immune from anything. Well, they went to the family and talked to them about it, and the history is the guy is in declining health. That's all it would say. I don't know if that means he's got cancer. I don't know if that means he's got liver failure. I don't know. But he's in for a 30-year sentence. Apparently they don't expect him to come out, because at the end of his 30-year sentence, he would be 85. And so I don't think they expect him to live and come out. So they decided that they would give him immunity because the family wanted closure. I totally understand after 25 years. And this guy gave him all the details of everything. And so the case is closed. I'll just leave it at that. Villagers living in patio villa community upset over limitations on driveways. Well, you know, I can understand your complaint about it. I had a patio villa for years. I can understand you complain about the narrow driveway, but the facts of it is, that's the way they are. That was your deed restriction, and if you want to make your driveways wider, you have to go through ARC, Architectural Review Committee, to get the approval. You see, you read this time and time and time again, where people get in trouble when there's a complaint about something, and then they go, well, this, or well, that, or well, you know, I had to do it because of this reason or that. Well, it doesn't make any difference. You have to get Architectural Architectural Review Committee to approve it. And everybody seems to think, well, it's my property, I'll do what I want. No, you won't. All it's going to take is a complaint. You can do what you want, I suppose. I shouldn't say that. You can do whatever you want until somebody complains, and then you're not going to be able to do it. And it's going to cost you more to undo it. I just don't understand why people just continually do this. I've done some improvements here. I've done some things. Everything I've done, I've got a paper in there from ARC. Everything. Here we go. Residents of the Hollandale Villas, I don't know where that is, upset about limitations on the size of their driveways, packed Friday's Community Development District 8. Well, I'm 10, so that can't be too far up the road, somewhere between here and Lake Sumter area. Resident Barbara McManus cast it as a safety issue, particularly for the handicapped and elderly. She's exactly right. I'm not going to argue that point at all. The driveways are narrow to the point that even if you have a wheelchair lift, or you have to get out of the car and get your walker and all that kind of stuff, it can be an issue. That's why I've always told people, you know, check out your deed restrictions and see what they are, because if you see a house and you think, well, I can add on my driveway here because it'll make it more accessible for my motorized wheelchair. Before you buy the house, check the deed restriction for that area. I mean, it's just going to save you a lot of effort, and it's going to save you a lot of the time and trouble. The driveway is not wide enough to park and safely exit a vehicle to a wheelchair or walker. See, that's exactly what she's talking about. With many older residents, it is only going to be more necessary with time. You're absolutely correct, but I'm not sure that they're going to change the wording in the restrictions up there just to suit you and your neighborhood. I'm not being cruel, because if they say yes to you, then that means they got to say yes to every patio villa area in all of the villages, including down the Finney, because it opens the door. See, that's the thing. And so my guess is they're not going to give you special consideration over and above everybody else. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. During a time in which the villas located in the village of St. Charles were under the developer's control, several residents widened their driveways. Then the deed compliance oversight was transferred to CDD 8. Okay, I had to come in here and change batteries. I think I talked too long out there. I've never done that before. Battery went dead. So anyway, real quick. I'm going to have to edit this because I don't know where it stopped. Damn it. Now I got to edit. Anyway, I don't know how many of this is going to interest anybody for that matter, but I've been invited to go to Daytona to the National Mercedes-Benz Club. I don't know the proper name of it. I don't know what it entails, but it's being complimented to me. I'm being comped. And it's going to be a tour of the track, the way I understand it. And there's supposed to be someplace everybody's going to go for dinner or lunch. I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to take my camera gear with me, and I'm going to take you guys with me and video as much as I can. I don't know what they'll allow, what they won't allow. I'd like to talk to some of the members and get a little bit of info. I don't know what I'm really looking for. I know there's probably a certain percentage of people out there that watch my videos that's really interested in car clubs, what they do, what membership fees are, where they have their meetings, how often do they have their meetings, do they do weekend trips here and there. I don't know. I'm going to try to find a lot of that out. And maybe along the way, the little travel is going over, I might get a little bit of video in the car. Paulie is taking me. I call him Paulie. His name is Paul. You guys, I interviewed him. You guys know who Paul is. I'm going to go with him. He's picking me up at 7:30 in the morning, Saturday morning. And we're going to go over there and see what's what. Paul is a member of the National Mercedes-Benz Club. He's the one that started the Village's Mercedes-Benz Club here. And so I'm going over with him, and we're going to check the place out. And then I'll see what I can see and hear what I can hear and show you what I can show you. So until then, I guess I'm out of here.
Say when. Now, it was a great meeting with Skip and Sue, and we'll see you on the other side.